Moving on to Greater Than, we will now be listening to Sten Forseke, who's founder of Greater Than. That provides artificial intelligence that prices risk per car in real time, helping auto insurance carriers to improve loss ratio and supporting automotive OEMs with behavioral-based pricing for new mobility. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for having me today. Hi, I'm Sten Forseke. I'm the founder of Greater Than. I'm going to give you a bit of an insight and a deep dive to some extent into InsurTech, which is the area we operate in, and also a deep dive into Greater Than, what we actually do for the mobility world. We are a data analytics company that with help of AI predict the risk or probability of a car accident, and we do that in real time. With that knowledge, we provide world-leading pricing components to the auto insurance industry. We are in operations in Stockholm, Singapore, Tokyo, Palo Alto in the US, London and Brussels. To give you a flavor of the InsurTech space, this is a European picture, not including France, not including UK, not including Germany. It's very crowded. It's very, very crowded, and it is a space that is growing rapidly across the globe. InsurTech is a new fintech. In this respect, I'm very happy to see that we are listed now as the world's most innovative tech provider, disrupting the insurance industry. We are in InsurTech 100. So that's a bit of us. Our vision is to make auto insurance become a contributor to less road fatalities and less CO2 emissions on the roads. Current business model is counterproductive to those targets. All models that are pooled priced, we share the cost of everything. Makes everybody on that sample a little bit worse. We behave a little bit worse than we should have to do. Causes unnecessary road accidents, unnecessary road CO2 pollution. Currently, 35,000 people get injured, seriously injured, every day on the roads. 7,000 of those you can derive to this business model. 7,000 people badly injured every day on the globe at the cost of $1.2 billion. Road fatalities is not that expensive, but road injuries are very, very expensive. So that's our vision, to make this industry become a contributor to less road fatalities and less road injuries and less climate unfriendly. The business model, we are a SaaS. We provide service to these industries on a monthly revenue basis per car connected to our platform. It's very simple. The strategy, yes, be outperform on quality and precision on pricing the actual cost of an insurance. We currently operate, we have 3 product segments that we sell to 4 interlinked industries, 4 verticals. Strategy has been to sort of nail the large account in each of those verticals. We all know Toyota. We do the platform for car sharing for Toyota in Japan. New mobility, Caro is the hottest platform there is in APAC. On insurance, we do partner with MSIG, Mitsui Sumitomo in Japan. We are their digital strategy when it comes down to auto insurance. And on fleets, we do operate or partner with Onto in the UK. They've been growing they are an EV subscription-based business. And they've been growing from 1,000 cars to 6,000 in less than 2 years, hitting 15,000 cars next year in UK only. Today, I'm going to focus on our insurance offerings through the AI pricing components, because those are the core, the heart of our offerings. First of all, motor insurance market under enormous pressure to change. Motor insurance is mandatory in most countries on the earth. The market is over $1,000 billion. Loss ratio, which is sort of the cost you pay in damages, is 95%, if I'm kind. There are pockets on this earth where auto insurance is profitable. Scandinavia is one place, Switzerland is another. Apart from that, it's a loss-making machine. And the market is growing roughly 6% per year. Mega trends in this space. The climate. Also, insurance industry has came to the conclusion we need to do something to help fight the climate change. And that helps us. Road injuries. It has become too expensive and it's not sustainable that 3,500 people dies every day on the road and 35,000 gets badly injured every day on the road and 350,000 gets hurt every day on the road. It's not sustainable. Together with United Nations and FIA are we running a project called Smart Driving Challenge to do something about that, the road fatalities. Micromobility. I mean, the car ownership is shifting so rapidly. As Toyota says, they won't sell a car in a traditional way in 5 to 10 years. They will rent it, they will subscribe it, they will share it. Car ownership is changing rapidly. Now it's happening. And only Insurtech can fix this. We need to play a role here to make this change happen. Trends, refined underwriting. Underwriting is how you sell an insurance, how you price an insurance, and what margin you want on an insurance. And I can say Tesla is taking the lead here. Tesla is scrapping all sort of the old traditional components, how to price an insurance. There is 3 components needed. You need a zip code, you need a car value, and you need a driver behavior. And the driver behavior is 80% of underwriting, and we provide that component with a precision unheard of, and at the cost unheard of as well. So, and also another trend, pretty much driven by the pandemic, usage-based. Insurance, auto insurance, is one of the few pockets where we still pay a fixed price per year for something you may not use. It's absolutely unheard of in all other aspects and industries. That is changing, customer-driven, both from commercial customers and consumers. And predictive risk understanding. The whole insurance is based on history today. Well, we had 3 fires on Östermalm last year, so that's how we price going forward. That is absolutely, this industry needs predictive insights. The need to be able to predict what's going to happen, not what happened. Only Insurtech can fix this. And we are in the right spot to help them fix all this and support these trends. What we do, we deliver a new level of risk data, predictive risk data, per individual driver, not only per individual car, per driver. We can tell real time. I need 1 kilometer driving, then I can tell who you are. And I can tell you what is the cost of your insurance for this carrier going forward the next 12 months. So how can we do this? And I took this experiment or this benchmark from an article I read in a US magazine. Google self-driving car initiative called Waymo, they was bragging and said, well, we have the most experienced AI driver in the world. So, and they revealed all the figures, and I said, well, let's benchmark to us. They have driven 32 million kilometers on the road, public roads. That, in their terms, equates to 1,400 man-hours of real driving experience. And they have been in 1 country, and they've been in 25 cities, and the valuation per kilometer driven here is $938. So I looked at us. We have done 19.5 billion kilometers on public roads. 19.5 billion kilometers on driving on public roads. That equates to 855,000 man-years of driving experience. On the learning curve, you start to learn after 1 to 5 billion kilometers. The start of learning curve. We've been in 106 countries, 1,600 cities. Unfortunately, our evaluation doesn't match the Waymo initiative here, but we'll get there. This is important for insurance because they want to see that we have the competence, the quality to actually price risk. And risk is core of the business. So what it does, no matter what car you have out there, I price the risk individually. The cost for this car should be 100 and this is 200 due to the behavior of that particular driver. So now you have a price going forward. Now you know exactly how you should price that insurance. So it's simple. And how it works, I need data and we have been agnostic how we acquire data today. We take it from all sources that are available. Car telematics, the car systems, smartphones. We suck all data up and send it to our cloud, we process it, and we return the pricing component to the insurance carrier real time, almost real time. So it's very easy, it's very seamless. And of course, every trip is different, so each trip gets its own DNA. The DNA is matched in our database where we currently, due to this 855,000 years of man experience, we have discovered 7 billion ways, different ways of driving a car. And the AI has been trained to understand what is the cost of those driving patterns. So it just lots of work and experience into this. And of course, when the right price is everything is vital. The right price gives you lower cost, claims cost, gives you higher customer retention, proven. So pricing is everything for insurance as well as all other industries. So with that, we are also the finalist of being elected the Automotive AI Service of the Year in the US, top 4 in the world on automotive AI services. So thank you very much. We have time for questions.
Yes, we do. Excellent. So, talking about trends and the mobility, the mega trends that really will be affecting you. You spoke of car sharing. Is that the biggest shift here?
Yeah, car ownership as a whole is the biggest trend there is. And we've been talking about the sharing economy for 10 years now. Now it's happening. It's happening now. I can see it growing.
So when you speak of the AI being able to identify the behavior of a driver, what happens when we're going to be sharing cars?
Right, and that's what drives our business. We have clients now in Singapore. They have 1,000 cars that 25,000 people shares. And in traditional insurance, you can't price that risk because you have no clue. We price every trip real time. Perfect.
So the challenges ahead that is connected to this, and also, of course, other aspects of the automotive industry, for instance, climate change that you addressed. What are the major challenges?
For us, currently, distribution is our challenge, to reach out to all the carriers across the globe and automotive manufacturers. And as we are also, which I didn't mention here, we also track the personalized CO2 imprint. We contribute to the CO2 reduction program. Also, when you're talking EVs, you get more mileage out of the battery. So we are in the right spot.
Could you elaborate a bit on this? Because I'm not quite sure that I completely get this. How do you sort of contribute to the reduction of CO2 emissions?
Right. We have a driving pattern. That driving pattern has an implication on risk, as my probability to be involved in an accident. But it also has an implication on the CO2, the fuel consumption or electricity consumption.
So it's basically connected to eco-driving techniques.
Yeah, and I can track sort of your behavior to what it has an implication on the battery consumption or on the fuel consumption.
But in many cases, there's more than one person driving a car. And it might be insured to one of the drivers. For instance, I have more of an eco driver than my husband. We've noted this. Yes. So how do you navigate around this?
When we have those kind of solutions out there, we use your smartphone to identify who is driving. So I can connect your CO2 imprint to you and to your husband for us.
So then you need a loyalty program, referring back to the to the other speaker.
Yeah. So we do incentive programs. Based on safe driving and eco-friendly driving, so you get loyalty points for those two elements.
Exciting. Well, best of luck.
Thank you very much.
In reaching out. That was your primary concern, right? To be able to have the reach. Well, thanks so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.